Hey everybody, this is Jillian, and I'm actually doing some videos for my website so people can, get some info regarding certain subject matters. So I want to cover sexual energy on the protocol. And the reason why is because sex is the body's innate understanding that the body's on a death trajectory. So when you are sexually active, like way more or wanting a baby, it means that you're on a death trajectory, which means that you better hurry up and do something quick because your body is mutated. It's heavily mutated. And so you'll find when you're on the protocol, if you are way on the other end of the spectrum where you're menopausal, it means your reproductive system is shutting down. And when your reproductive system is shutting down, it means that you're going to be dying pretty soon. Um, Not all the time though, because sometimes biotech takes certain drugs and vaccines and they target the reproductive system to where you're still shutting down and your body is still mutated, but it won't want you to get pregnant. You won't be able to get pregnant because they found a way to shut down your reproductive system but still keep you alive so you can still be useful in the matrix. But in the wild, when you are not exposed to all the different biotech elements, such as the herbs and extracts, as well as all the different vaccines, your body's going to go through a life cycle. You see it in rabbits, you see it in animals, and they go through, let's say, a very short lifespan, especially with rabbits. That's why rabbits, they procreate like crazy because they only have a 1 to 2 year lifespan. So, of course, they have to go and carry their species forward, right? So, when you're on my protocol, you're now going from instead of a death trajectory, going to a life trajectory, which means that if you are on the spectrum of menopause, you're going to find that you're going to get your period back at some point. Okay, it's not guaranteed, but based upon your intention. And then you get your period back, and then you start becoming sexual. And your face is going to look younger, your body's going to look younger. You're going to be in that prime of these 20 and 30-year-olds who are having sex like crazy, looking like, they're ready to go in and get fertilized any minute. And then eventually down the road, you won't have a period. That's what you're aiming for, is not having a period and not being sexual, because you're going to find that, relative to where you are on the spectrum, you may have increased sexuality and then you'll have a decrease in sexuality. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you, which means that your body knows that you're really, really healthy. It doesn't need to make copies of itself because you're going to be the best copy ever. Okay. So that's why you see all these 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds wearing booty shorts. These guys are all about the sex and chasing after tail. You see these girls wearing like low, skimpy tops and dancing at the clubs, getting high and getting, tantric sex and all this other stuff because their body's on a death trajectory. Look at the porn industry. They're on a death trajectory. Look at all the porn stars that are aging rapidly. They have that one window of opportunity to make all their money and promote sex, 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 promote death, death, death. And then they die in the matrix. That's what our society is built from. It's built from a death culture, which is why we're so heavily sexual. So you will notice when you're on my protocol, you're not going to be super sexual when you start reaching that point of where your body knows now it's on a life trajectory. And I know this is revolutionary for a lot of people, and this could really definitely challenge programming because we have tantric artists out there. We have people who are polyamorous. We have then the LGBT community that really is based upon sexual orientation. When your whole life is about sexual orientation, you're on a death trajectory, no matter who you are. Gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transgender. When your life is about sex and that is your identity, you are on a death trajectory, no matter who you are. Because there's straight people who are very, very polyamorous, super sexual, on a death trajectory. And they have mutations. And they're taking all these different herbs and supplements and detoxes to try to reverse their mutations, but they're going down a very treacherous path. And then how they manifest that is they go through tantric sex, polyamorous sex, basing their life on porn and chasing tail. No different than the LGBT community, when all of their whole focus is on the best sex with the same sex or transgender sex partner. So no matter what, gay, straight, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, you're all on an equal playing field of on a death trajectory, no matter who you are. So now we're going to be addressing the death trajectory and turn it into a life trajectory, which means sex is not going to be the first thing you wake up to or focus on. You're going to have a higher purpose than just your baser instincts. And that's really, really huge in this day and age when we have our whole society and climate based upon the best orgasm. I mean, look at Cosmo, look at GQ. All they're focusing on is young, sexual people. The reason why? Because they're on a death trajectory. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.